If you are inspired by Jonathan Nelson, Nothing Without You, like I am, I know you are ready for a word of inspiration. And that word of inspiration is going to be brought to you today by Brandon Gibson, a phenomenal man doing phenomenal things in the community. This word I know is going to be powerful. I want you to pay close attention to what he's saying. The word of inspiration by Brandon Gibson.
Hey everybody, Brandon Gibson here. Such a pleasure to be with you this morning. I'm humbled at the invitation by Haitian American Caucus. Shout out to the one and only Haitian American Caucus. Thank you for the invitation to speak with you guys just for a few moments and just to encourage you. I mean, 2020 took a lot of wind out of a lot of us. It was a rough year, and 2021 is only a few weeks old, and yet it feels like a whole year already. So from time to time, we all need some encouragement and some support. So you've come to the right place today. I'm just going to talk to you for a few minutes. I've taken the liberty of putting some of my favorite popcorn. I don't know about you, but my favorite popcorn is white cheddar smart popcorn. I'm sorry, got a little lost in how good. This is the best popcorn on the planet, in my opinion. Now, the plan wasn't for me to eat it on camera. I didn't have any food yet today, so I figured, because I'm with family, because we all family, I could forget my manners and just indulge in my favorite popcorn. But I decided to use this paper thin container that's typically for ground coffee. I use this to hold the popcorn because it's, it's compact. It has no problem holding the weight of it. It's not going to spill out. Hold it like a little cup. That's my popcorn. It's all good. But I wonder what would happen if I took this wonderful container, paper thin container, and decide to pour hot, boiling water. Water is in short supply too, all over the world. If you don't even know, there's drought happening even in America, right? So I wonder what would happen if I put this hot, scalding water in this container. It should be able to hold it. It held the popcorn, so it should be able to hold the hot water. Let's see. I know you didn't think you were going to have to do science today. I know I don't look like Bill Nye, the science guy. You don't want to do anything school related because it's probably your day off, but we're doing it. All right, let's go. Let's see. Would it work? Would it work? Is it going to hold? Dang. I was rooting for this container. This container had no problem. Ooh, hot. This container had no problem holding the popcorn. So, I mean, it kind of does make sense that it should be able to hold whatever I put in it. But the problem is I didn't realize that this container, this paper thin container, was not made to hold the weight, the temperature, and the form of the water. It just wasn't. There's nothing wrong with the container if you use the container for the purposes for which it was created. But when you try to use this container to put hot, boiling water, valuable water that people all over the world don't have access to, when you try to put that in this container, what you get is not only the destruction of the container, but a loss of the valuable water. The water has spilled all over the floor, all over the plate, all over the table. My wife's going to kill me. It has spilled all over the floor. I wonder if there's anybody watching us now who can tell me who or what do these containers represent in your life? For many of us, what we have done, and 2020 has made it abundantly clear that we have made the mistake of putting very valuable things in containers that were never meant to carry them in the first place. We take our marriage and we put all of our self-worth in the marriage. Look at me, I'm married now. Yes, I want to put it all over social media so everybody can see that I'm not alone. I got somebody, I made it, I got my championship ring, and that's what it is. Men and women, and we make the mistake of putting our identity, our self-worth, our peace in marriage. And then when life happens, we realize that the marriage was not the container that could hold my peace, hold my sense of self-worth. And when we try to make it do that, we destroy the container, because the container wasn't meant to carry the weight and the heat of what we try to put in it. Nothing wrong with marriage. Only thing that was wrong with this container, it was fine until I put something in it that was never meant to go in it in the first place. Okay, it's not marriage, fine. All right, I hear you, married. I ain't married, so what are you talking about? Okay, your job. Nothing wrong with having a job, nothing wrong with wanting to make money, your business and buying properties and stocks and bonds and all these other things. And then you put your entire identity and self-worth, purpose, peace, fulfillment in the job. And then when COVID hit, you realized that the job could not carry your self-worth and value and purpose. And when the job went away, so did your sanity. When the marriage went away, so did your peace. Okay, that's not you? Fine. You have spent so much time, effort, and attention on getting degrees and doing well in school, and you should. Nothing wrong with the container. But when you make the mistake of trying to put in the container of your degrees and your credentials all of your value and identity and who you are, when COVID hit and you thought that your credentials would carry you through and keep you financially stable and open up doors and opportunities, but you find that people aren't calling you back. Yes, you and your master's degree, you and your JD, you and your doctorate degree, no opportunities are coming your way. And that's fine, it happens, but you're depressed now. You're broken now because you thought your degrees were enough, only to find that they're not enough to keep you sane, to give you peace. And for many of us, hopefully we learned in 2020, we have to be very careful about the container into which we put who we are, our dreams, our vision, our purpose, our sanity, our peace of mind. We got to be very careful because many people are in a G building. Many people lose their minds, and many people die of stress because they're wondering, why did the container that I chose to put everything into, why did it fail? Why? This is where people lose it, y'all. Right here. Because the container looked fine, so they thought it was good enough to hold them when it got heavy, when it got hot, when it got rough, when life happened, only to find that that container wasn't made to carry it. And so I want to talk to the people who are depressed this morning or this afternoon or whatever time it is. I want to talk to the people who feel themselves slipping away because of 2020 and 2021 already. You feel like this water does. You feel like you've been dropped. You feel like you've been broken. You feel like you've been let down. You feel like the things and the people that you chose to put who you are, the peace that you have and your purpose and your dreams and the value and your identity, You put all that stuff in things and in people that couldn't hold it. I've got good news for you this morning. Yeah, I know all of that didn't really feel too good to hear, but I've got good news for you this morning. 2020 didn't take you out. You're still here. 2021 tried already, and you're still here. And as long as you're still here, you can make a different choice. Instead of putting all of that valuable things and all of the valuable things of who you are into a container that can't hold it, I've come to let you know that there is a container that can and is able to hold, to carry, to support, to define, to reinforce and reaffirm all that you can put in the container. Because the container has all of the integrity necessary, all of the ingredients necessary, I don't know if you can hear it, to carry the heat, the pressure, the weight, and the form of who you are. Acts 17, verse 28 tells us, it is in him that we live, move, and have our being. The problem for many of us is that we've been trying to live, move, and have our being in containers that can't carry us. But this morning, I want to challenge you in 2021, make the decision to put all of who you are, as Acts 17:28 tells us, in the container that we believe to be Jesus Christ. That's our worldview. That is our, and certainly my perspective for those of you who are people of faith, and even if you're not, I want to invite you to do what Acts 17:28 tells us, that it is in him that we live, move, and have our being. Why is it in him? Because he can hold us. God can hold us. God can handle the pressures that come with the lives that we live. Only if you make the choice to pour. You already made the choice to pour all of that wonderful stuff of who you are into people and things that can't hold it. I want to challenge you to make a different choice, to pour all of that here and see what happens. Make 2021 the year that it be in God that you live, move, and have your being. I pray God bless you and keep you, and that this year would be the year the value of who you are, the greatness of who you are, doesn't spill onto the ground, but remains steadfast in the container, the only one that can hold it. God bless you.
Wow. 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 Listen, that message was powerful. It was descriptive. It was on point, well delivered, well executed. Brandon Gibson did a phenomenal job. Absolute phenomenal job today. Thank you so much for what you did here today. Thank you so much to the Haitian American Caucus for bringing words of inspiration like this to the community. Continue to do a phenomenal work. I'm so proud to be associated with this organization. You should consider being a member of this organization. Please do that. You want to be a part of it. They are doing phenomenal work. Something also phenomenal that they are going to be doing is that Hack Radio is beginning in the month of February, and I'm positive it's going to be just as powerful as this. So tune into that. Thank you for tuning in today to the Words of Inspiration. It was such a blessing from the beginning to the end. So grateful that you're with us today. Hope you take this message with you into the week, and I hope you have a phenomenal week.
Every life has worth beyond measure,
Within each person is a flood of potential.
waiting to be unleashed.
What if every child
Every woman,
and every man was able to imagine something new,
full of hope,
new dreams, and the ability to choose their own future? a new way of seeing the world,
the community,
themselves.
pushing past the obstacles that once were. And when the world yells, you cannot.
We will keep whispering, yes, you can. Together we can make a difference,
Together we are stronger.
able to move mountains and break the chains of poverty.
Haitian American Caucus, strengthening Haiti through
education,
Health,
feeding programs.
micro enterprise.
We
We
are
are Haiti. We are HAC.